Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the shop. Shop is getting bigger. I told you it was gonna look way different this week. Here we go. All right guys, so we just gained like 500 square feet to the shop. The last like week and a half or 2 weeks, I've had a guy in here framing up some walls kind of behind the scenes, and then we could bust through and have some extra space. Stay tuned to the end of the video because this is not the only big change happening in the shop right now.
So it has been just absolute madness lately with how busy we've been and all the projects going and shop expansion and everything like that. But it's all good stuff. So that guy right there in the red shirt, that's Scott. He is the one who did the wall and the drywall and everything in the new space. And so, yeah, so this was he was just finished up with the walls, and me and Rowdy were moving these cabinets so we could bust open and get into the other room next door. So we're gaining this space on the other side of my shop. There's another shop. It's not a wood shop, it's a different business, but and they were downsizing a bit, so there was some extra space up for grabs, and timing is everything because the timing couldn't have been better, and it all just kind of worked out perfectly. Even me meeting the guy Scott to do the framing and stuff like that, I met him through Greg, who does installs for me. He's had him do drywall repair and stuff for him before, so it all just kind of worked out. And the guy Scott was funny guy to have around for a week and a half. Cool dude, interesting, and yeah, it's fun to meet new people. But anyways, we spent the afternoon, Rowdy and I, moving these cabinets and then getting the space opened up. The plan was to do this the next day, but Scott got that whole room primed, and me and Rowdy were kind of at a point after lunch where it was like, you know what, let's just do this right now and move the cabinets and bust through the wall. So that's what we did, and it all worked out. And it was a beautiful week, and we could have the doors open and stuff. It was really nice outside. And so the space that we're moving into, it's about 500 square feet. And yeah, it's just going to be great because it's right in front of the spray booth, and it's just going to allow us to have way more room and be way more comfortable. But just like anything, you move into a bigger space, you're just going to fill it up really quick, and that's kind of what we've done. But I do have plans to outfit the room, and we'll kind of do that slowly over time. We did have some electrical in this wall to move. You can see there's that switch over there next to the door. I don't really mess with electrical. My father-in-law is an electrician, so he's the one who's always wired my shop and done all that kind of stuff. I'll do minimal electrical stuff, but this is like a three-way switch, and you know, I just don't really mess with it. Rowdy's actually pretty good with electrical stuff, and the guy Scott was good too, so they figured out that's three-way switch and did whatever they needed to do and got it moved over. And then bam, we had lights.
Yeah. Rock and roll, there you go. Thanks, Chief.
And I forgot to turn the camera on when we knocked the wall down. What a loser. Anyways, this is not a load-bearing wall. Yes, there's a header there, but this building is there's all trusses up there and everything like that. So it is not a load-bearing wall. And then there you could see it. The walls opened up. Space is looking good. Scott, like I said, he framed the walls, insulated them, drywalled them, mudded them, textured them, and primed them. And we wasted no time moving all these cabinets for this kitchen into the space. And we got it filled up fast. And this is just like a really good feeling to be able to spread out and have extra room. to work.
All right, so if you guys haven't watched the shop tour of this space, you can go back and watch that video and give you kind of a better idea of the layout in here. But basically, this stuff, these cabinets here were over here. This wall was obviously all closed up, and there's that man door there that we would use to get in and out of the spray room. So obviously, with this extra space, I moved these cabinets over, and we're not going to use that doorway anymore, because now we can get to the spray room through this hole in the wall here. And so with this space and with this, I do plan on trimming this thing out with some poplar or whatever, make it look a little bit nicer. For now, because obviously we're very busy, we have tons of cabinets and spraying and stuff going on, it's just going to kind of be a staging area, spray room, just kind of an overflow where we can spread out and set things up, which is awesome, because without that room, all this stuff would be right here. And like with that last project you guys saw us do, it gets very crowded in here and difficult to work around. And as we kind of use this space more, we'll start to build this thing out. I do want to put some cabinets in here. We'll probably make another bench. I do want to put some racks on the wall, some more drying racks on the wall for spraying and stuff. But let's get into the space and I'll actually show you what it's looking like.
So here you go, you get a better feel for the room. It is, the ceilings in my shop are 10 feet tall. So you could see we got it, wasted no time filling it up. But it is a good sized room. Scott opened up that wall there in front of the spray room, so now we have access right into there. Some of this stuff will be coming out of here. But like I said, it's just going to be one of those things that's going to evolve over time. So it's going to just be really nice to be able to spray and not be in such a tight, confined space anymore.
All right, so like I mentioned, it is about 500 square feet or so, and it's just really going to be a great amount of space. So this wall here is new, and that wall is new. Had a guy come in, frame these up. They're framed, insulated. Obviously, he sheetrocked them, and he painted everything and textured everything in here. And so this has all been going on behind the scenes the last couple weeks, and you guys did not know about it. Typically, I would have probably built the walls, but with the amount of work we've got going on, we're just super busy, and we needed to keep things moving. And so I just found a guy and hired him to do it. And we also needed this not to really slow us down. So once he got the walls done, then Rowdy and I took about a half a day or so just to move those cabinets and get the wall opened up. And then, I mean, literally we were moving stuff in as primer was drying, just because it was getting crowded on the other side. But right now we're using this space as staging. Obviously we've got a ton of drawers going. The guys are spraying these. We've got a big order of drawer slides came in yesterday for our next project. This stuff's all rift white oak. And with Rowdy yesterday spraying all these drawers, he was like, dude, this is amazing because you just have way more room to move around. Before, because there was a wall here and we only had, the spray room was only on this side of the wall and we'd have to go in and out the door. So it was tight in there, you know, and you're in and out with a million drawers, and it's, yeah, this is just, you have a ton of room, it's open, it's really nice. I'm gonna put some, plan on putting some more drying racks on the wall over here. I do have this rack obviously, but it'd be nice for some longer stuff to have stuff on the wall. And yeah, slowly we'll just outfit this side of the shop, but for now, this is kind of what it is an overflow and staging area. So I'm gonna get the rest of these drawers sprayed up today, and I'm just excited to have this space and be able to move around in here, especially with the three of us working with a lot of cabinets on that side. Like the last project we just did, it gets tight and it gets tough to work around. So this literally worked out like perfectly with my landlord and the space next door and all that. So, all right, so now back to this side, to this corner where a lot happens. I am gonna keep my bench here. We have the other bench in there, the shorter one that's on wheels. And that's in there for now while Rowdy's spraying. I think we're gonna build another bench that will be on casters, but a smaller one, probably like a 4x4 or something that we can maneuver around and work off of. And one of the things I really want to do, one of my goals is to have all these surfaces, like, because we don't have a ton of space for our stuff. Like I have my toolbox and stuff over there, and I kind of keep my stuff there. Rowdy's corner, he has like his drawer over here and his storage area for his stuff. But one of the things that always happens is like this area always gets stuff put on, which is super annoying, especially, you know, you're putting boxes together, you need to come use the line boring machine, and then it's like, oh crap, I gotta move all my stuff first that's here. So we're gonna get Rowdy set up over there with like a bench and an area where he can have all his stuff. I'm gonna really do my best to keep my stuff in my little area and off of these horizontal surfaces. And now that we're gonna have more storage and places to put things, I think this will be a lot better, because I want to be able to just walk up to a machine or my pocket hole machine or whatever and use it without having to move things around. So it's going to be a little bit of a slow process, kind of moving some things and putting them where they need to go. Because like I said, we are very busy and we're mid-project right now. But this is going to be something that we are all trying to do, because it's going to make us more efficient. So that's kind of the goal with this area. I know it looks a little cluttered and hectic right now, but yeah, it's going to be better. All right, and then back over here in this corner with the machines, having that extra space and not having to have that other bench right here, we're gonna have a ton of open area right here. Right now, we've got all these plywood carts here, but this is like space that's never really been usable because we always had that other bench here. And so like all these machines right here are kind of cluttered together. And so I think what we're gonna do, we can actually move these things out a little bit more and give us a little more room behind the machines, because when we're running like 10-foot stock through the planer, it literally like just makes it back there. So it'd just be nice to have a little bit more room behind to maneuver carts around and use these machines. So that's going to allow us to do that, to move these around a little bit and just make this a little bit more of a comfortable area to use. So like gaining that space over there is gonna change everything in here, which I am freaking stoked about. And then I've got that rack back there, that big rack. I've been debating taking that down for a while. It might be coming down soon, we'll see. But it is a mess right now. Like I said, we're mid-project. I'm in the middle of cutting up tons of Rift white oak plywood, and so that's what, there's just stuff everywhere.
All right, well, remember I told you guys wait till the end of the video, because the shop expansion is not the only big things going on in the shop right now. We got a big delivery this week, and I am super excited about this. And again, like I said earlier, timing is everything. This all worked out perfectly with the shop expansion and everything else, because we need more space. So I'm super excited about this. Some new machines, gonna make us better, more efficient, and yeah, just some upgrades that I've wanted to make for a long time now. One of them being one that you guys know I really needed. There it is, dust collection. Yes, it's finally happening. That guy over there that I'm talking to, that's Greg. He came by. Greg does a lot of my installs for me. Really good finish carpenter, really good installer, and just a cool dude. And it's always fun getting new machines.
Well, I think I've been talking about this for months on here, but we are finally upgrading some equipment. I know you guys have been giving me a hard time about my dust collection system, and it's not been great. So we are upgrading that. We've got a Laguna T-Flux 5 cyclone system going in and replacing the 2 units that I have back there. And then this guy is a Laguna 10-foot sliding table saw. So we're not going to get to these in this video. This is going to be a project that gets done sometime throughout the week. How? I don't really know, because time. There's just not enough time. But it's going to be looking a lot different in the table saw area and in the back as well with the dust collection. So I am stoked about this, and it's going to be amazing. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do full unboxing reviews on all this stuff, show you how it goes together, and yeah, going to be a big change in the shop. So pretty stoked about it, and can't wait to get this stuff set up. I feel like a little kid, just like chomping at the bit to start busting these crates open. But that's for next week. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. The Patreon link is below. Dude, the Patreon, we've got a great community going over there. It's fun to bounce ideas and questions off of each other. A bunch of great folks, and we do YouTube lives, Zoom calls, and stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of it, link is below. Other than that, see you guys next week. Peace.